having my moment of clarity while Neptune is going backwards, which is actual clarity because I don't have a severe Neptunian aspect. I am Neptunian highly, but it's, well, there is a little bit of an affliction, but it's actually involved in a grand trine with my ascendant and part of fortune in Leo. I get a little sad about that because, well, this is the same with everybody. If there wasn't such narcissism on the planet, you too could live somewhat of your fullest potential. Jesus, did you live your fullest potential? Really? Why? Because like you were around a bunch of narcissists and they rewarded you with a big old cross up your ass? That's funny. I can't, I don't, I'm going to kind of think now, reschedule my whole life. I need to talk to my travel agent next time I get a body. This is going to be hard. I was trying to talk about. So, the main thing that comes up for the human faction when we're dealing with the non-human employment or whatever OC out there, um, they always, of course, see, this is the thing is that if you're emotionally dysregulated, you're a Cancer, and now you're mentally ill and you can't be talked with and put over there because now and now you're being even more slapped around. Um, so emotional dysregulation. Now this might be the first time anybody said this on the planet. See, this you can't. We will not be able to put up with going by that being the reason that a message is not getting across. We start out as babies, and the way that we get everything within us is through, I almost said a regulating system that is in fact our emotions, but no, it's not regulating them, right? They don't have a regulator. If they feel something is off, they're going to cry. If something's going off, they're going to, and that's something that you don't ignore, do you? See, I'm not a mother, but I'm like, hell no, you don't. You go right there, you find out what's going on, and you try to just put it back into regulation, whatever, as far as like, you know, and that's fun, but you do not just say, I'm gonna, and also like you're gonna say that's wrong to be so like this and that. Now I know there's exceptions to the rule, but we are being absolutely pigeonholed by the society that turns everything around on us like this. It's so frustrating. And so one of the main thing that also comes up is how you speak. Like then they'll say, you just interrupted my conversation. And it's like when you really pay attention, they do that. When you really pay attention, they're waiting for moments to do something with you in conversation. Gaslighting is one. And then they use that as a place. It's just a pure because they are chicken shit. They're not very action oriented, and they're not going to really be self-reflecting in any of that, let alone hear what they're saying. Like, where did that come from? Like the woman at the help center who bothered to tell me of that. If I didn't let her in on the 2-year incident about the fairway and I couldn't get in there, but that's the reason why I'm saying why I'm here, because mainly I need a little bit more assistance with food because the fairway shut me out, and I am doing. That really was disoriented. I'm going down anyway, and then they fucked me up, and um, that was in year 2021. So all of this is water under the bridge. You know what narcissists do best? Is call up all of that as if it fucking mattered, man. They don't know how to live, so their minds are screwed up that way. They're only in their mind. That's the problem. And see, with that, they can only go and draw up the past. But that's not the problem, really. The problem, yes, it is. The problem is the way what they're drawing in. They are always at a flat line. They don't really experience positive emotions. I can't imagine that because there's joy and then there's happy and there's curious and there's all kinds of things. There's all kinds, but they don't have much because they were fucked up, abused. And it's like emotional dysregulation. To me, that means okay. So it's emotional dysfunction right there. Uh, but you know that they do that. If you ever notice, and it started flaring up the more that, like, say, the internet started coming up with what's a narcissist, and this is a long time ago. By the way, there isn't anything more important of a subject matter to start saying, well, hi, have you noticed? Because for me, I'm saying there isn't any narcissist. There's the mind, and all we're looking at is people who haven't woke up yet. And it is serious. I mean, they are seriously stupid to the point of danger. There they are parading around out there thinking that they were just taught something really about the environment and the way they use their money to do all this shit. God, what a fucking calamity that's happening out there, babes. Boy, what's gonna go on? We need more jostling. Like, what are the gates gonna do next? You know what I mean? Well, what's happening is the natural jostling of the awakening of the human organism. Getting close to death. I mean, as far as the real life, the human psyche experiencing real life threats, and how that that when you get close to that, you start waking up and going, excuse me, and I thought I heard this, and you start getting really, 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 really clear and crisp and clean. It's like a flash, a light bulb flashing and saying, I'm here. Because if you notice, that's the way you get with your narcissist, a gaslighter especially. Um, they draw that energy out on you to make you just, you can't be a creative mind around them. They're going to hold all of that shit against you, and this includes, especially like nowadays, that you're mentally ill. It, throw in the emotional dysregulation, and so when you have to be a stone, and even though you need help or something, you just have to remain like, by the way, I have a spike going through my foot right here. Can you please get me something? Because if you start doing something, I mean, why would you stop at that? Just an excuse to not do the right thing. They That's one of the things that they don't get. They got their information off the internet about narcissists. It's like the in thing, and you better know about it, because that's going to make you savvy. And see, the thing about narcissists, they want to know how they can get on top of their shit and say, no, I got to put this mask on. It's not me. And the first thing they'll do, I mean, they'll try it. It's an energetic thing. They want to kill you before you remind them that they're pretty much living dead. They're living dead. They haven't really connected with you. They connect with something in their mind. The mind is the place of non-existence. I mean, that's why psychology, psychologists, I mean, properly, they address that psychology is the science, it's a pseudoscience. It's not based in any hard proven fact. We don't know where the mind is, and it's just we have this mush box up here, and then but from where is it all coming? And all they can do is look at behaviors, and they've done a lot of study. I'm not saying nobody's saying that they haven't gotten a long way, but very little is unwrapped, right, about that. Um, but it's not hard to just start doing statistical work and stuff like that. And but that's all bent out of the shape, a lot of it. Um, uh, um, there's a lot missing. Say, like, because, pardon me, enough. You need enough people getting involved in the subject matter. Every single buddy. That's why you get rewarded on social media when you start talking about narcissists. You get, for me, the YouTube thing says, "Good job." Um, And I know why. It's very profoundly political on an intergalactic scale. It's connecting to, like, okay, a race, literal, like, human versus non-human fucking race to like a finish line, like who is going to own this plane, who's going to continue to own really it's the human energy, the human energy output on the planet, and how it's manipulated to do whatever the fuck it's doing at this point, asking for a 4-year-old.